Although more and more Americans are turning against Donald Trump, he does still have a few loyal simps. But no matter what he does, he cannot earn the loyalty of the law. Because recently, a federal jury just dropped a brutal new bombshell on Donald Trump and his supporters. Now, first and foremost, make no mistake, in order to be a Donald Trump simp or a fan of Donald Trump, you pretty much need to willingly live your life in denial. And this is exactly what we're seeing. Take Marco Rubio. He recently said this.
I think, but ultimately, once the president makes a decision, his instincts are uncanny. And we have to appreciate that that's one of the things the people of the United States voted for, is a president who has incredible instincts about the right thing to do. And our job is to operationalize that. When he says, this is the direction I want to go, our job is not to spend all day trying to change his mind. Once he's made a decision, our job is to go out and make sure the president's orders are executed on. That's the way administrations work. When administrations fail is when you're filled or surrounded by people who don't agree with you, and so no matter what the president orders, spend their time trying to undermine him. We have a president who's been elected. He's been very clearly, I mean, as clear as anyone who's ever been elected, outlined what his views are on everything, including foreign policy. That's what the people of our country voted for. That's how our republic works. And our job is to go out and operationalize, execute on the president's vision based on really uncanny instincts.
Well, and I think that's...
Yeah, that definitely seems a bit like a cult. Not to mention, aren't you the people that touted facts over feelings for like a really long time? Now you're touting the president's instincts? Well, I guess you know what they say, there's nothing like a president's intuition. But believe me, it gets so much worse. Recently, Trump and his simps have become obsessed with calling Trump daddy. I wish I was kidding. It all started after this.
He called you daddy earlier. Do you regard your...
And sure, that might be funny in the moment, but leave it to conservatives to take a funny thing and make it terrible.
A lot of people in America have come to think of President Trump as a sort of father figure. And indeed, this morning, we even saw the leadership of NATO refer to him as daddy. So maybe in these resolutions going forward, we could have a little bit of recognition of like daddy Trump is who we're going to oppose or something like that.
Yeah, why is Trump even daddy? Because he yells, breaks stuff, scares the kids, and still expects a Father's Day card for doing the bare minimum? Even the White House, that's right, the official White House Twitter page, posted this embarrassing mess. Yeah, Trump still has quite a few people simping for him, but the law is not convinced. Because a federal jury just dropped a brutal new bombshell on Donald Trump, and as much as he would love to just forget about January 6th, the law is not going to let him.
A jury in Washington has ordered David Walls Kaufman to pay $500,000 to the widow of Officer Jeffrey Smith, who took his own life days after the January 6th attack on the Capitol. The jury found Walls Kaufman civilly liable for assaulting Officer Smith during the riot. The verdict includes $380,000 in punitive damages and another $120,000 for compensation and pain. Smith's widow claimed her husband suffered a concussion after Walls Kaufman hit him in the head, leading to a brain injury and severe depression. 9 days later, Smith died by suicide. His wife sued for wrongful death, but a judge dismissed that claim before the jury weighed in. Walls Kaufman denies hitting Smith. His attorneys say the video is unclear, there are no direct witnesses, and Smith's medical records never mention an assault. In 2023, Walls Kaufman pleaded guilty to entering the Capitol illegally and served 60 days in jail. Prosecutors said he was among the first to breach the rotunda doors and tried to push into the Speaker's lobby where lawmakers were hiding. He was pardoned by President Trump after his return to the White House, along with nearly 1,600 others. That pardon cleared him of federal criminal charges, but not civil liability.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm sure there will be some MAGA supporters, or Trump himself maybe, will be furious about this, but this is the right thing. What happened here is tragic, and although Trump would love to pardon everybody, And although Trump has tried to pardon everyone involved with January 6th, without a doubt, Donald Trump will go down in history as a reckless, lawless maniac.